In the vast realm of consciousness, what people say is merely a reflection of their own limited beliefs, not the infinite potential within you. When you choose to rise above the chatter of the world, you step into a space where every thought creates a new reality. Embrace this moment as your turning point, where the external opinions fade and the power of your mind begins to rewrite your destiny. External opinions do not define your potential. Your thoughts shape your reality. Break free from conditioned limitations. Embrace the power within to create change. In a world saturated with voices and opinions, the judgments and assertions of others have a tendency to cast long shadows over our unique potential. Too frequently, we find ourselves entangled in a web of external narratives, stories imposed by society, by friends, family, or even casual acquaintances that suggest limits where none truly exist. These opinions, however well-intentioned, are colored by the experiences, insecurities, and biases of those who offer them, and they serve as mere reflections of another person's perspective rather than objective measures of our abilities or our worth. Instead of accepting these external viewpoints as the final word on who we are, we have the opportunity to recognize that our true potential lies deep within, fueled by our personal dreams, passions, and the relentless drive to create our own destiny. Every remark or piece of criticism you encounter is but a small fragment of a much larger mosaic, a mosaic that you alone have the power to complete. It is essential to understand that what people say about you is not a comprehensive account of your abilities or limitations, but rather a partial view shaped by their personal experiences and societal conditioning. In embracing this perspective, you begin to disentangle your sense of self from the opinions of others, allowing you to explore the vast landscape of your inner capabilities. By focusing on the quiet strength of your inner voice, you gradually learn that external judgments can serve as guides for reflection, but they should never dictate the boundaries of what you can achieve. Instead, these opinions become the backdrop against which you can boldly chart your own course, uninhibited by the narrow confines of convention. As you journey through life, you will undoubtedly encounter voices that seek to pigeonhole you, to reduce your expansive potential into neatly labeled boxes. It is in these moments that the power of self-belief becomes indispensable. Recognize that each external opinion is often a reflection of the speaker's own limitations, fears, and lack of vision, rather than an absolute statement about your abilities. When you start to see that these opinions are simply part of someone else's narrative, you empower yourself to redefine your own story. Your potential is not measured by the external yardsticks imposed upon you, but is instead a unique force that grows as you nurture your talents, challenge your comfort zones, and relentlessly pursue the path that resonates with your deepest aspirations. By cultivating an unwavering inner dialogue, you create a personal space where the noise of external criticism is transformed into opportunities for growth and learning. This internal dialogue allows you to sift through the barrage of opinions, picking out those that offer genuine constructive insight while discarding the rest as irrelevant echoes. It is in this process of selective listening that you learn to value your own judgment above the transient words of others, thereby reinforcing the understanding that your potential is self-determined. The journey toward this realization is gradual and requires a constant reaffirmation of your self-worth, as well as a commitment to exploring the full spectrum of your innate capabilities without succumbing to the limitations imposed by the outside world. Moreover, embracing the idea that external opinions do not define your potential liberates you from the constant need for external validation. In a society that often measures success through comparison and conformity, you begin to appreciate that the only benchmark that truly matters is the one you set for yourself. This internal benchmark is rooted in your personal values, your vision for the future, and the unique strengths you possess. As you learn to trust in your abilities and nurture your inner drive, you gradually overcome the paralyzing effects of self-doubt that external opinions might trigger. The process is both empowering and transformative, enabling you to redirect your focus inward, where true growth originates and where the seeds of potential can be nurtured into a flourishing reality. In acknowledging that every external voice is merely one narrative among countless others, you open yourself up to a realm of infinite possibilities, where your capabilities are defined not by the limitations others impose, but by the boundless energy of your own aspirations and the continuous journey of self-discovery that unfolds with every new day. From the moment we awaken, our thoughts serve as the architects of the lives we lead. The notion that your thoughts shape your reality is a profound reminder that the internal dialogues we maintain are far more than fleeting mental activity. They are the blueprint from which our experiences, interactions, and outcomes are constructed. Every idea, belief, or narrative you choose to hold on to reverberates throughout every corner of your existence, influencing not only the emotions you feel, but also the actions you take and the circumstances you encounter. Your mindset acts as the filter through which the world is interpreted. It determines the opportunities you notice, the challenges you are willing to overcome, and the successes you feel capable of achieving. In every situation, the energy of your thoughts ripples outward, subtly shifting perceptions and molding the world around you, reminding you that you are not a passive bystander, but an active creator of your destiny. When you adopt a mindset filled with positivity and possibility, you begin to see potential where others see obstacles. Conversely, when your thoughts are dominated by doubt and negativity, your perception of the world becomes shrouded in a corresponding gloom that limits your ability to see solutions. This powerful dynamic illustrates that your mind is not merely a repository of random thoughts, but an engine that drives the manifestation of your reality. The self-fulfilling prophecy is a clear example. The expectations you harbor about yourself and your environment can actually bring about the very outcomes you anticipate. By consistently dwelling on limitations, you align your behaviors with those constraints, thereby increasing the likelihood that your external world will mirror your inner doubts. Taking control of your thoughts means taking control of the very narrative that defines your life. Recognizing that every thought has the potential to influence your reality empowers you to take responsibility for the quality of your inner dialogue. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to change, you have the power to transform your life by changing the way you think. This perspective is liberating because it places the locus of control squarely within your own hands. It is not external events that determine your destiny, but the way you interpret and react to those events. By cultivating an attitude of positive expectation, you begin to see setbacks as opportunities for growth and challenges as stepping stones to greater achievements. The deliberate cultivation of a positive mental state is akin to maintaining good mental hygiene. Just as you would take care of your physical body through exercise and proper nutrition, you must nurture your mind by consciously choosing thoughts that support your well-being. Practices such as mindfulness, meditation, and journaling can help you identify negative patterns and replace them with affirmations of hope and possibility. Each time you choose to replace a negative thought with a positive one, you are actively engaging in the creative process that shapes your reality. Over time, this practice not only improves your emotional resilience, but also leads to tangible improvements in your life, from enhanced relationships and professional growth to an overall sense of inner peace and purpose. The concept that your thoughts shape your reality has been echoed throughout the ages by philosophers, scientists, and spiritual leaders alike. Their wisdom teaches that the mind is not a static entity, but a dynamic force capable of influencing the physical world. When you align your thoughts with your deepest aspirations, you tap into an incredible reservoir of potential that transcends the immediate and the material. This alignment between thought and action creates a synergistic effect where each positive thought reinforces your ability to make meaningful changes in your life. By maintaining a focus on possibility and optimism, you set in motion a cycle of positive reinforcement that gradually transforms your external world to mirror the inner strength and vision you cultivate. Understanding that every thought contributes to the fabric of your reality invites you to continuously refine and elevate your inner dialogue. This ongoing process of self-reflection allows you to identify and discard limiting beliefs that no longer serve your growth, replacing them with empowering narratives that propel you forward. The journey of shaping your reality through thought is not a one-time event but a continuous practice, a commitment to looking within, and harnessing the creative power of your mind. Each moment offers a fresh opportunity to mold your perceptions, challenge your assumptions, and step boldly into a future that reflects the highest potential of who you are and who you can become. From the moment we first experience the world, we are immersed in a tapestry of influences that shape our perceptions, beliefs, and ultimately the way we navigate life. Conditioned limitations are woven into the fabric of our early experiences, passed down through cultural narratives, family expectations, and societal norms that dictate what is possible and what is not. These limitations often manifest as invisible boundaries in our minds, restricting our ability to see beyond the familiar and confining us to a predetermined path. They act as mental shortcuts, a way for our brains to simplify the complexities of life by adhering to patterns that have been reinforced over time. Yet, within the confines of these boundaries lies a realm of unexplored potential, waiting to be discovered when we consciously decide to break free. The process of breaking free from conditioned limitations begins with the recognition that these boundaries are not immutable truths, but rather mental constructs formed from past experiences and external programming. Every time we accept a belief without questioning its origin, we are giving power to a narrative that may no longer serve us. The key is to understand that these limitations are learned responses, and like any learned behavior, they can be unlearned. When you challenge the assumptions that have been ingrained in you from a young age, you start to see that the constraints you once believed were insurmountable are simply the remnants of outdated conditioning. By examining the origins of these beliefs and understanding the context in which they were formed, you can begin the process of disentangling yourself from them, opening up new possibilities that were previously hidden behind the veil of conformity. It is essential to develop an acute awareness of how your mind operates, recognizing the patterns of thought that echo the voices of your past. This introspection is a powerful tool, for it allows you to identify those recurring themes of limitation that have been imposed upon you. Every thought and every behavior that you choose to hold onto reinforces the status quo. Yet it is within your power to redirect these patterns towards a more expansive reality. By cultivating mindfulness and embracing the present moment, you create a space in which you can observe your conditioned responses without judgment. This observation is the first step towards liberation, as it enables you to choose thoughts and actions that align with the life you truly desire, rather than the life that has been dictated to you. The journey of breaking free from conditioned limitations is not an instantaneous transformation, but a gradual process of self-discovery and reprogramming. It requires the courage to step outside the comfort zone of familiar patterns, to explore the unknown with an open heart and mind. This process often involves letting go of long-held beliefs about who you are and what you are capable of. It means challenging the narratives that have kept you confined within a narrow definition of success and possibility. In doing so, you may encounter resistance from both within and from the external world, as these conditioned limitations have been deeply embedded, not only in your psyche, but also in the collective mindset of society. However, each time you choose to question these limitations, you reclaim a piece of your inherent power, gradually building a new framework that is aligned with your highest potential. As you continue on this path of liberation, it becomes clear that breaking free from conditioned limitations is about embracing a mindset of infinite possibility. This transformation is both internal and external. As you release old patterns, you begin to attract experiences that reflect your newfound sense of freedom and creativity. The barriers that once held you back dissolve when you start to perceive them as challenges rather than definitive walls. This shift in perspective is transformative because it redefines your relationship with the world, allowing you to approach life with a sense of wonder and curiosity. You begin to see that every experience, even those that once seemed restrictive, contains within it the seed of potential for growth and expansion. The more you allow yourself to be guided by an inner voice that champions possibility over limitation, the more you unlock creative solutions and innovative ideas that propel you toward a life of fulfillment. Every step you take towards dismantling these conditioned responses reinforces the idea that your potential is not predetermined by external influences, but is continuously crafted by your own thoughts and actions. The liberation that comes from breaking free is both empowering and transformative, as it invites you to reimagine the contours of your life without the shackles of outdated beliefs. As you challenge the confines of conditioned limitations, you embark on a journey that redefines the boundaries of what is possible, enabling you to craft a reality that reflects the true expanse of your capabilities and aspirations. Within each of us lies a reservoir of untapped potential, a spark that ignites transformative change in every aspect of our existence. Embracing the power within means awakening to the reality that true transformation begins at the core of your being rather than in external circumstances or the judgments of others. This inner energy is a catalyst for personal evolution, a dynamic force that empowers you to reshape your reality through focused intention and unwavering determination. Recognizing that this power is intrinsic, not something granted by the outside world, sets you on a path where every thought and emotion can be consciously aligned with the life you aspire to create. It is in the acceptance of this internal strength that you unlock the ability to transform obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into lessons that propel you forward on your journey. The power within you is a blend of creativity, resilience, and intuition, a harmonious force that challenges long-held beliefs and self-imposed limitations. It enables you to break through the barriers of old habits and conditioned responses, revealing a landscape of possibilities previously obscured by doubt and fear. When you choose to embrace this force, you acknowledge that every moment holds the potential for reinvention, that each decision is an opportunity to reinforce the belief in your own capabilities. This inner power does not come from external validation. Rather, it is nurtured by self-compassion and a deep understanding of your inherent worth. As you cultivate this awareness, you begin to perceive life as a series of choices, where you hold the reins, actively shaping your future rather than merely reacting to the circumstances around you. When you tune into your inner strength, you create a sanctuary of self-trust and clarity that remains unshaken by the noise of the outside world. In this quiet space, you can observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing you to discern which patterns serve your highest good and which only reinforce limiting narratives. The practice of mindful awareness becomes a tool for transformation, guiding you to recognize the subtle cues that indicate when you are drifting away from your authentic self. As you learn to listen to this inner voice, you find that it offers guidance more reliable than the shifting opinions of others. This self-reliance instills in you a profound sense of empowerment, fostering the courage to pursue goals that once seemed unattainable. The process of embracing the power within is not a passive act, but a deliberate practice of aligning your actions with your deepest values and aspirations. It is a commitment to living from a place of authenticity, where your choices reflect the true essence of who you are, rather than conforming to the expectations imposed by society. Every time you take a step guided by your inner strength, you create a ripple effect that extends into every area of your life. This ripple effect manifests as increased confidence, improved relationships, and the ability to navigate challenges with grace. When you live in harmony with your inner power, you inspire not only yourself, but also those around you to recognize and cultivate their own reservoirs of potential. The journey to embrace your inner power is an ongoing dialogue between your conscious mind and the deeper layers of your being. It requires continual reflection, the willingness to confront and release old patterns, and the discipline to nurture new empowering habits. As you develop this inner dialogue, you begin to see that each moment offers a fresh opportunity to reaffirm your commitment to personal growth. The more you invest in this process, the more natural it becomes to operate from a state of inner strength and clarity. This transformation is gradual and cumulative, with every small victory reinforcing the notion that the power to create change is already within you, waiting to be harnessed through deliberate action. In every experience, whether joyful or challenging, the potential for transformation lies dormant, waiting for you to tap into the power that resides at your core. As you consistently choose to honor and engage with this inner force, you gradually rewrite the narrative of your life. The stories of limitation and doubt begin to lose their grip, replaced by a newfound confidence that radiates from within. This ongoing process of self-discovery and empowerment creates a living testament to the truth that you are the architect of your destiny, capable of igniting profound change through the simple yet powerful act of embracing the power within. In conclusion, the journey toward a transformative life begins with the realization that the opinions of others are reflections of their limited perspectives and not the measure of your potential. Your thoughts, each one a building block of your reality, possess the power to shape the world you experience, inviting you to choose positivity and possibility over doubt and limitation. By understanding that your internal dialogue is the true architect of your destiny, you take the first steps toward reclaiming control of your narrative. Embracing this truth means challenging the conditioned limitations that have long confined you. Recognize that these boundaries are not fixed realities, but constructs of past experiences and external expectations, remnants of outdated beliefs that no longer serve your highest aspirations. As you begin to dismantle these barriers, you open the door to a realm of infinite possibilities, each step forward a declaration of your refusal to be defined by conventional standards. Central to this transformation is the realization that the power to change, to create, and to rise above obstacles resides within you. By tapping into this inner reservoir of strength, you learn to trust your intuition and honor your intrinsic worth, allowing your unique talents to shine through regardless of external validation. This inner power becomes a wellspring of resilience, propelling you to continuously evolve and embrace new challenges with confidence and grace. The synthesis of these ideas, transcending external judgments, harnessing the creative force of your thoughts, breaking free from conditioned limitations, and embracing the innate power within, creates a blueprint for a life lived in authenticity and possibility. As you align your inner world with your external actions, you cultivate a state of being that not only transforms your own reality, but also inspires those around you. The path you walk is not predetermined by past narratives, but is a dynamic journey of continuous self-discovery, empowerment, and creative expression.